Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of Smart Counsel for Lunch. Today, we're continuing with our Smart Counsel interviews, which are happening on a quarterly basis. I'm attorney Abigail Poole with the law firm of Samuel, Sayward, and Baylor. And I have with me today Aaron Kempen of Krauss Financial Services to talk about Medicaid compliant annuities. So just to remind you, this is a short interview that is for educational purposes. And if you have any questions about your particular situation, I strongly encourage you to reach out to an attorney or other professional for appropriate advice about your specific situation. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Aaron to introduce himself and Krauss Financial. Thanks.
Thank you, Abigail. As you mentioned, I'm Aaron Kempen with Krauss Financial. I've been with Krauss Financial about 15 years now. And at Krauss Financial, we specialize in financial planning for long-term care planning, specifically as it relates to qualifying someone for Medicaid within a nursing home setting. Krauss Financial is led by Dale Krause, who's an elder law and estate planning attorney who has been in this space for over 30 years. We work nationwide, and again, we specialize basically in qualifying clients for Medicaid within a nursing home setting. Our primary product being the Medicaid Compliant Annuity. In addition to that, we also offer some other Medicaid spend-down tools, such as an irrevocable funeral expense trust. And for the more healthy and or proactive planning clients, we also offer long-term care insurance. But our bread and butter, our primary product is that Medicaid annuity utilizing what's referred to as Medicaid crisis planning.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for introducing yourself and some of the products that you have. Could you tell us a little bit more about the Medicaid compliant annuities? What are they? How do they work?
Absolutely. So Medicaid annuity is a very special type of annuity that's basically what it is. It's a single premium immediate annuity that meets very specific criteria. So Congress enacted a series of laws referred to as a Deficit Reduction Act. So the Medicaid annuity is a special type of annuity that meets those federal and state requirements. It is utilized in Medicaid planning. And ultimately what it does is it will convert what Medicaid would normally view as a countable asset into simply a stream of income. So depending on the client's situation and the case facts depends how that product is utilized. So if you're a single individual or if you're a married couple, the planning strategies around that annuity are slightly different. But at the end of the day, what it does is it just simply takes an asset, converts it over into a stream of income, and it's utilized to accelerate Medicaid eligibility. And we have strategies that we use that product in order to protect as much of the client's assets as possible.
Okay, great. And so what is a good example of some of the assets that could be utilized that would apply in doing these kind of annuities?
Yeah, so we can basically any type of liquid assets, so checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, stocks, bonds. If you have retirement accounts, we can purchase an IRA Medicaid compliant annuity. So for IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, those other types of pre-tax retirement accounts, we can convert those over into an IRA Medicaid compliant annuity. So again, what it does is it converts what Medicaid would normally be as a countable asset into simply a stream of income. And it's utilized to help qualify that individual for Medicaid benefits.
And so what are some of the different scenarios? I know that you mentioned there's some different options available for single individuals versus couples. Any particular scenarios that would help illuminate some of the ways that annuities can be used?
Yeah, so the Medicaid annuity can really be used for anyone that's in a Medicaid approved nursing home that's privately paying. So if that individual is single, we have a strategy that we utilize for single individuals. If it's a married couple, there's a different strategy that's utilized for married couple situations. So For example, in a married couple situation, we would leave each spouse with the amount of assets they're allowed to have that Medicaid allows that individual to have. So if you're the individual that's in the nursing home, they're allowed to have $2,000 currently in their name. If you're the healthy spouse at home, you're allowed about one half of the couple's of their total assets up to about 154,000 and change.
Yeah.
So what we can do in a married couple case is take all the excess assets, all the additional assets outside of that, and have the healthy spouse purchase a Medicaid annuity. So by doing that, we're able to eliminate all those additional assets the couple may have. We're able to immediately qualify the institutionalized spouse for Medicaid benefits,
Mm-hmm.
assuming there wasn't any previous gifts within the past 5 years. And as long as the healthy spouse outlives the term of that Medicaid annuity, we're able to protect 100% of the assets on behalf of the community spouse. So it's really a powerful Medicaid planning tool to help protect assets and again accelerate the individual's Medicaid eligibility.
Yeah, it really is, especially for um, protecting and not only the funds for the community spouse, but even potentially for adult children to a certain degree as inheritance
Right, absolutely.
strategy. Yeah, got it. Okay, and so beyond that, to me, that is a big advantage of doing
Yes.
these annuities, right? What are some of the other advantages that you think would be good to highlight?
Yeah. Again, we can utilize it for both a single person and a married couple.
Mhm.
Anytime you're in that nursing home facility, you're privately paying. Contact Abby. She'll be able to help you out. And yeah, the Medicaid annuity again, it's just simply utilized to as a Medicaid spend down tool to accelerate the Medicaid eligibility while preserving as much of the assets as possible. Again, with a single person or a married couple case, we're typically able to protect about 100% of the assets on behalf of the community spouse. For a single person, we are able to immediately qualify them for Medicaid benefits. We'll have them effectively pay the Medicaid reimbursement rate,
Mhm.
which in Massachusetts can be quite a large gap between the what Medicaid pays and what you would just normally privately pay. Usually, 5,000 could be $5,000 a month
Yeah.
savings there. And then ultimately, when that individual passes away, Medicaid would get paid back what they expended, and then any remaining benefits would get passed along to whomever they'll name after the state, typically their loved ones or heirs, like you mentioned. So it can be a powerful tool to um, pass along assets to the next generation.
Yeah. Should there be any funds left over after
Right.
Medicaid gets paid back? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some, so that is a kind of a good example of one of the limitations or disadvantages, right? Are there, which is,
Yeah, so some of the primary disadvantages is once this type of annuity is purchased pursuant to the federal and state guidelines that the annuity has to meet in order to just be considered income. Basically, once the annuity is purchased, everything is set in stone. You may not make any changes to it whatsoever.
yeah.
So you can't change beneficiaries, you can't change ownership, you cannot liquidate the annuity, you can't add funds to it. So in that married couple situation, if when the healthy spouse, the community spouse purchases the annuity, let's say they buy a 24-month Medicaid annuity. That
Mhm.
annuity is going to make 24 equal monthly payments. Then after the 24th payment, the annuity will be done. There's nothing left in the annuity to be closed out. So let's say the this institutionalized individual, the sick spouse, we buy this 24-month annuity, they pass away after 12 months.
Yeah.
The community spouse then cannot liquidate that annuity and receive the remaining monthly and receive the
Ah,
remaining benefits.
yeah.
They'll have to just continue to receive those annuity payments until the annuity is done paying out. So that's
Got
probably the biggest disadvantage is that you can't make any changes to it, you can't liquidate it or anything like that. So again, in that married couple situation, if the institutionalized spouse pass away, let's say after 12 months, and they have a
Mhm.
24-month annuity, the community spouse would just have to wait to receive those remaining 12 payments as they get paid out monthly.
Got it. So yeah, they're locked in. There's no change in
Right,
it. You
exactly.
you just have to accept it as the income. Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Are there any examples that you'd like to share of people that you've helped in the past that you think were is a great outcome and how it assisted them?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's almost every single day. So we at Krauss Financial, we do about over 400 of these types of annuities per month. And it's honestly, it's a good feeling
Mm.
knowing you're actually providing help, assistance, and actually benefiting the people you truly are by doing this type of planning, because so
Absolutely.
many times, individuals, and I'm sure you have plenty of stories, Abigail, where individuals come into your office. Not only do they just have to deal with the stressors of having to put a loved one that's, some form of illness, that's sick, having to deal with that, then having to transition them into a nursing home, which is never easy to do. So they have to deal with all those stressors. Then the family gets them in that individual in the nursing home, that weight's lifted off their shoulders. They're getting the care that they needed. Then they get that nursing home bill at $10,000+ a month, and now all of a sudden there's other stressor that's on their loved ones. How are we going to afford this care? How are we going to pay for it? They're afraid they're going to go bankrupt. They'll lose everything. Their loved one will get kicked out of the nursing home because they can't
Yeah.
afford to pay, and they're going to lose everything. So, when they come and talk to you, you let them know, there are strategies we can help. That's not going to happen, and we can save some money, so you don't have to worry about that.
Hmm.
Just that relief that's being lifted off their shoulders. It's truly is a really good feeling, and just knowing that you're taking all that stress and lifting it off their shoulders, and they can relax, and just a sigh of relief,
Yeah.
knowing that everything's going to be okay. You're not going to go broke.
Yeah.
We have strategies in place that'll protect assets, and everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about the financial aspect anymore.
Right.
You can just worry about taking care of your person and you.
Exactly.
And that is being able to help people that way is a big part of why I do my job too.
Absolutely.
Um, the other things to ask are, so when is the best time and the best way to start this process? And what is the initial steps, at least for you guys, if somebody's interested in maybe getting one of these Medicaid compliant annuities?
Yeah. So if you have a loved one that's in a nursing home, that's in a Medicaid approved nursing home, that's privately paying, more than likely a Medicaid annuity and these strategies can be beneficial to you. It's never too late to start planning. The minimum premium amount for Medicaid annuity is only $5,000.
Hmm.
So that really we can help just about anyone. So if you do have that situation where you have a loved one in a nursing home, contact Abigail, discuss the case facts with her. She'll put a plan in place, and if an annuity makes sense, or you want to look into that option, great. Simply give us a call, send us an email. We'll be happy to discuss the case facts. And if it makes sense, great. We can look at moving forward. If it doesn't, we'll be the first ones to let you know that as well.
Yeah.
And we can discuss some other options you and your clients may want to look at.
Okay, great. And if folks wanted to do a little bit more digging, learn a little bit more about the Medicaid compliant annuities, what's a good resource for them to look at, to check out?
Absolutely. We have, so on our website, KrausFinancial.com, that's KRAUSC, financial.com. We have a wealth of educational material on our website. We have articles, case studies, short videos,
Hmm.
um, just a wealth of educational information on there. So feel free to go to our website, look at all that stuff. You can spend hours on all the various topics we have. So there's a wealth of information. Again, that's Krause, KRAUSC, financial.com.
Wonderful. And let's see, is it good to reach out to you directly? Are there other ways to contact you directly, or is it better to reach out to an attorney or somebody else first and to collaborate as a team? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so we always find it best, in the plans work out the most smooth, if you contact your attorney.
Mhm.
And the attorney or someone from your office acts as kind of the quarterback on the case.
Mhm.
Because again, once these annuities are purchased, they're set in stone. You can't make any changes to it. We have to make sure that the annuity being purchased aligns with the plan that the attorney is putting in place. So we find it most beneficial and easiest to work, kind of have the attorney be the quarterback on the case.
Got it.
But if you ever have any questions as it relates to the Medicaid annuity, any of the financial planning involved with it, feel free to contact us. We have go to our website again, KrausFinancial.com. We have a chat feature on our website. Otherwise, there's the contact us tab.
Mm.
So feel free to give us a call, send us an email. Otherwise, there's kind of a request to contact you feature on there as well. But yeah, don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions you may have. All of our contact information will be on under the contact us tab on our website.
Wonderful. And before we go, any other last thoughts, comments that you think would be helpful for the folks in the audience to know?
It's never too late to plan. So again, if you have a loved one that's in a nursing home that's privately paying, contact Abigail. She'll help you out. Again, it's never too late. The minimum for a Medicaid annuity is only $5,000. So it really opens the door to just about anyone. And just know that it'll be okay. You're not going to lose everything. Contact Abby. She'll help you out, and it's never too late to plan. So
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Erin.
it's my
I
pleasure.
appreciate, yeah, all the great information for our viewers out there today. And I hope that those of you who are watching this also found it really helpful. So thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having us on.